Alright, parabola example video 3. This is the second example for videos 3. It's actually number 4 in your parabola packet. So again, we're going to graph it. We're going to find the vertex, the focus, the directrix. We're going to graph all that stuff. We're going to find the axis of symmetry. Here's our standard form. Again, the way this is written, I don't prefer it, so I'm going to flip-flop these two. So we're going to start with just switching sides. So I've got y plus 1 squared is equal to negative 3 times x plus 3. Alright, and from the standard form I can find our vertex right away. So my vertex is going to be hk, so h is always with the x, just like with all our other conics, so that's negative 3, and our k is always with the y, again, just like all our other conics. And we see that it's a y squared. So y squared. So this is not like you used to do in algebra. So algebra used to be x squared, and x squared always went either up or opened up or down. So this is y squared, so it's going to be horizontal. And we can see that this negative 3, which represents for p is negative, so that means that p is also negative. P is negative. So since it's horizontal with a p of negative, this means it opens left. Alright, so let's go ahead and find p. Again, this number here, this negative 3 represents 4p, so 4p equals negative 3. Solve this for p. I'm going to multiply through by 1/4. You could also divide by 4 if you wanted to. I just like to multiply through by 1/4 in case I have a fraction over here. So I end up with p equals negative 3/4. Okay, and again, this value of p is kind of like our a and b for ellipses and hyperbolas. It tells us how far to move, in this case left and right, from our vertex. And we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so let's start doing a little bit of graphing. I've got my vertex at negative 3, negative 1. So here's my vertex. And since p is, since it's opening left, I'm going to go 3/4 to the left to find the focus. So 3/4 this way. And then I'm going to go 3/4 the other direction to find my directrix. So 3/4 this way. We're just going to estimate it because it's a small distance and it's kind of hard to do. So here is my directrix. And I know that the focus has to be inside the curve. So I'm going to draw in my parabola. Again, we're not too concerned right now with how wide it is. So just make sure that your focus is right inside the curve. Alright, and then we can draw in our axis of symmetry. It's going to go right through the focus and the directrix, and we'll find the equation of this in a minute. Okay, so now that we have the graph, we're going to find the focus. So we can see that we're moving to the left. So our x coordinate is changing. So we started at negative 3 and we moved to the left 3/4, and then we're still down negative 1. So this becomes, however you want to write your answer, I'm going to write it as a decimal this time, negative 3.75 comma negative 1. And there's our focus. And our directrix, remember, the directrix is a line, and since this line goes through the x-axis, it's going to have an equation of x equals. So we started at negative 3 and we moved 3/4 to the right, so it's negative 3 plus 3/4. So we get x is equal to negative 2.25. So focus is over here. Directrix, again, it's a line, so it has the equation of a line. This one goes through the x-axis. And the last thing that we need is our axis of symmetry. Again, the axis of symmetry is going to be a line, so it needs to have an equation. Axis of symmetry, that's the red line here, it goes through the y-axis right over here at -1, so it's going to have an equation of y equals -1. Whichever axis it goes through, that's what it's going to have the equation of y equals in this case. Alright, so here is our axis of symmetry, y equals -1. Again, if you're having any trouble with any part of this, make sure you jot yourself a little note so you don't forget by the time you get to class, and ask me questions. And there you have it.